Our carbon footprint. It's the amount of greenhouse gases we humans release to the atmosphere, and a lot of it comes from our energy use. Let's meet 6 families from 3 countries in very different parts of the world. All use energy and all have a carbon footprint. Representing the post-industrial world, from Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Hi, we're the Preslers.
We're the Langes from Howard Lake, Minnesota.
From the rapidly emerging economies.
Hi, we are the Handa family from New Delhi.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lata Sharma. I'm from New Delhi. This is my family.
And from the developing world.
I am Amin Morris. I live in Moyoka, Cameroon. Here is my family.
Hi, I am Anumdem Nicodemus. I live in a Kata village, Moyoka subdivision here in Cameroon. This is my family.
6 families, 3 countries. What do their carbon footprints look like? And what does managing carbon emissions mean for them? The comforts of life in the post-industrial world are available at the flick of a switch and turn of a key. Right now, most of that energy comes from fossil fuels, which release greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. The amount of greenhouse gases released from human activities is our carbon footprint. The carbon footprint of the post-industrial world is large and relatively stable. In other places around the globe, economic development and quality of life are catching up, and the global carbon footprint is also growing. Scientists are concerned that more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere may trigger unfavorable changes to the Earth's climate. Nations large and small, industrialized and developing, are looking for ways to have energy without increasing carbon emissions. Many actions will be needed, and new technologies will play a major role. Households make up a big part of the picture of energy and carbon around the globe. Understanding that picture will help us play our part in shrinking our carbon footprint.
Dividing whole numbers by mixed
We've
fractions.
chosen 6 families to represent daily life in post-industrial, emerging, and developing nations. They all share a comfortable lifestyle in their own countries. We will see the types and amounts of energy they use and how much carbon they release to the atmosphere. Let's start with the Lange family in rural Minnesota. It's morning in Howard Lake, a small town west of Minneapolis.
Come on, you like the swamps. Time to get up.
Troy, Susie, and their sons CJ and Chase live in a comfortable 4-bedroom house outside of town. Like most American families, Troy and Susie both work outside the home, and the kids spend the day in school. Troy works at a local business. Susie is a flight attendant. By 7:30, they will all be out the door going their separate ways. Half a world away, in New Delhi, India, the day starts as commuters pour into the city. In the Honda household, Preeti fixes breakfast as her husband John, his grandmother, and his mom get ready for the day. In this city of 14 million, housing is at a premium. Shobha Honda, a widow, shares her 7-room apartment with her grown children and her mother. Preeti and John ride together to their offices. In the shadow of Mount Cameroon, the households of Akata village greet the day. Several times each month, Mariana Mendham is up before dawn to prepare a lunch that will be shared with the neighbors at her farm plot. Daughters Vivian and Kinesia lend a hand. Mary and her husband Manu share their 6-room cinder block house with 3 of their grown children and 3 grandchildren. In the early morning, the children are sent to the stream to fetch water and bathe. By 7:30, the children leave for school, and the adults begin chores or head off to their farm plots. As we meet the rest of our families, let's pay more attention to their energy use. In the bedroom community of Prior Lake, Minnesota, the energy meter is running even before Troy and Tricia Presler start their day. The water heater is at work long before Lakin turns on the bathroom light and plugs in the iron. Energy helps put breakfast on the table. The fridge, the toaster, and coffee maker make the meal, and the dishwasher will handle most of the cleanup. Troy, an engineer, is taking some time off for classes, so he spends the mornings hitting the books and caring for Sterling. Tricia, a real estate agent, works flexible hours around Troy's schedule. After breakfast, Lakin will catch the bus to school, and Tricia will drive to her morning meetings. In the Sharma's 3-bedroom apartment in Delhi, the fish tank bubbles, the fridge hums, and the fans turn through the night. Cisterns filled by electric pumps hold tepid water for son Sharad's morning routine. In the living room, Atul Sharma performs morning devotions. Barum takes a call from a classmate while his mom prepares breakfast. Lata Sharma uses the gas stove to fry battered paneer. The maid cleans up from last night's dinner. She commutes to the city via train. After breakfast, Lata, a doctor, will give son Varum a ride to school on her way to her clinic. In Moyuka, Cameroon, Derosa Amin uses the kitchen fire pit to prepare breakfast, plantain and potatoes from the family's plantation. No need for early trips to the stream. Energy brings the family's water to a spigot outside their home. The energy in their 4-bedroom home comes from the crackling fire and a handful of electrical outlets and lights. Visiting relatives and friends join Derosa, her husband Morris, and their 5 children at the morning meal. With no refrigeration available, eggs gathered daily are eaten or sold. Dried milk and sugar flavor their tea. After breakfast, the children will leave for school and Morris will hitch a ride to his plantation. What kinds of energy do the different households use? How much energy do our family's households consume? And what about each household's carbon footprint?